Now we already saw get mapping. Today we will saw post mapping. Okay, so this is for get mapping, whatever we did and all, here it is there. Now I will explain like a post mapping. So you already know why we are using post mapping and all. So post mapping means like that URL. So URL is a important thing, that is for request. Okay, so everyone request we will send URL and including data also. Okay, now if you need to send the data in that URL, everyone can see that data. So this is for one disadvantage. Okay, for if everyone see means third person will take your credential also, so that we can't do. So what we will do, we will make a post mapping. So this post mapping, how it will work means, if you send the data in that URL, it will not send directly in URL. For further it will send for the object type. Okay, so if object type mean no one can see. Okay, so that object also on it will visible in front and back and only, it not that connection in like URL. Okay, so we will make post mapping in today. So first how we will post mapping we will create. So first we will I will show how to make a post mapping in a request formation. Okay, so this is for demo way I create already. Now I will create a new one, request, add request. So request mean we will ask the request from front end to back end. Okay, so now I will make a post mapping. So this is for post mapping command, and that URL we need to put here, http / localhost, and port number also. So port number I already show here. So that application.property file I made, 9000 is a port number. If you don't know what is the port number also, once you run the application, it will show your port number. Okay, now I will run my application. Okay, application. Taking a little bit of time to run whole program. Okay, so I will complete first here 9000. Okay, after we will put like that mapping name. So what mapping and which kind of mapping we want to put, like post mapping is there, that name also we will put like rec. So rec mean register. So if like a user register, admin register, this kind of thing is there, so you can put like this. Otherwise if you have a keyword and all, you can use. Okay, like application requirement something. So anything that that is for your that is your depend. Okay, now I'll put rec only. This is for my mapping name. So same mapping only I will implement here. See, my project is started. Okay, and see that port number is visible here, 9000. Now that user controller will open. Now I will make the post mapping at post mapping. Okay, now I will import this one, post mapping. Okay, so that post mapping I made. Now I will create I will give the mapping name, like which mapping name we already where it is, sorry, here it is the register. So the same name I will give here, right? Okay, so this register, if you not put same register, it will give error. Okay, and this register will work, it want for function. I will create that function, public static. Static we don't need. Like here we will give for a return type, so I will give the return type string, and this is for registration. So registration, and okay, so this is for that function. But here we are mentioned like a post mapping. Okay, so this post mapping it need for a that request param or request paddy. So whatever it need we want to define. Okay, here we will not define anything in that request, which kind of request we will ask, and that things. Okay, now return null. Okay, so now what we'll do, that request we want to take. So how we will take, I will create for one DTO. So that DTO class is for a storage kind of. Okay, so you know the why we are making class and object and all. Okay, so if you don't know also, please go through in browsers. Okay, so you know how why we are using that, you need to know. Now I will create for that class DTO class, like the class name is now we are using for demo only. So demo demo TTO. Okay, and I'll put here package name also TTO. Okay, now I will create this one. It created, see the DTO is created, demo TTO. Okay, so whatever we want, like the data types and datas also I will write here. Like first is integer. So integer is for primary thing for everyone, everything. Like and I will make it is private. Okay, and 1 minute I will make to clean all those things. Clean. Okay, it cleaned. No, it's not any problem. int I will give the variable name is id, and next one for string, private string, that string so I will give the name is name. Okay, so after whatever we need for like address and all, I will put address for this is for user information, like. Okay, so I will give address private and string address. Okay, now it's success. Okay, so three variables we need to ask user. So that three variables I write here. I have written id, name and address. So this variable only we will send here. So how we will send also I will mention once I complete all the process. Okay, now it's not having any problem, so I will save once. Okay, and controller, we will configure this file into controller. Now how we will controller, so whatever the object will become, we will take like a DTO class only. So for that how we will mention request body request request body. Okay, so this is for the Spring annotation to get a body of object. Okay, so it will help you to get body of object. Now I will mention that the DTO class here. So whatever the data will come, it will stored into TTO object, like demo TTO, and like that object name is I will mention like TTO. Okay, so this DTO, 1 minute. Okay, this DTO or demo DTO is a class name I will mention here, and this is for object. So if you create this one, it will create for every one time object. Okay, so this object you already know. Okay, you don't need to explain. Like I will import first, so it imported here. Now next thing, so this object we are getting, so now once I want to print, so same object I will return to front end, back end to front end. Okay, same object I will return, so TTO, and this return type also we need to replace, like demo TTO. Okay, now it's working properly. So this one, like, okay, now we will check once. So my application also working fine. Some error is there, we will check. Not error, it's okay. Now it's working properly. So I will send for one request to here. So this is for that URL, that mapping also we mentioned, and like we need to send the object. So how we will send? Here lot of option is there, param, authorize, header and body. So we need to change the body of object. Okay, so I will select body. Here also lot of option is there, so whatever you need you can change. I need for raw data, I will click raw, and the text is not, we will send a JSON formation. Okay, so front end and back end communication, it will work on JSON format only, every data. Okay, now the we will make an object like here. So first is ID, so first ID is I will print for 1. Okay, and the next one for name, that name I will send like Raj, my name. After we will send address. Okay, so this address I will send like my address, like door number like some 12/12, comma, so like street. Okay, this is street, and my place also. So I make simple of words. Okay, 12/12 and street and place. Okay, so this is for my whatever I need to send the data. This is for the data, and the next thing we need to send front end to back end. And one more thing, now we want to check it will work or not. Okay, so what we did, we make simply one post mapping, that configuration, and we created one DTO class. This DTO class store all the data. Okay, now I send the request here. It's taking too much of time, so no acceptable response. Okay, request mapping, sorry, here we need to add one slash. Okay, I'll add the slash. Now I'll send again. See, now only it's restarting. Okay, it's working fine. Again I will send the request, cancel this request, previous request. Now I will send a new request. What? Post mapping HTTP localhost 9000 request only. ID name, that's a problem. Okay, the spring. Okay, at post mapping request body only I get. Something happened, wait a minute, I will check once. Port also it's working 9000. HTTP localhost only it's now. Okay, direct message acceptable, JSON application. Okay, again I will send. What? 1 minute registration reach. Okay, post is requirement. And okay, I will check this one. This one I will send normal one. I add a new request. HTTP plus localhost 900. Okay, checking. Okay, we need to send one param also name. I will send a param name keys name equal to Raj. Okay, what happened? HTTP local. Sorry, you are a mistake. Now it's a success. So second one, why it's not working? ID one. Oh, okay. This okay. Also, we make string only the two things. Entity I will check once. All the names also. Private int ID and the string is name. String also name. Okay. I will create record things like a getter setter and object also. So this is for constructor, default constructor. Okay, so I will create this default constructor and argument constructor. Where it is argument constructor, field constructor. Okay, all the select all. I create here. Next to one I will create for getter setter. Getter setter. Okay, I will select all the record fields. Now toasting method I will need. Okay, I created toasting method also. Now it's generated. Okay, I will save once. Now we will check. Now it's restarting. So it need for that object I didn't create, so it giving that error. Okay. Okay, it restarted. Now we will send that same thing. I will check when it completed. No, it didn't complete. It takes a little bit of time to load. Okay, now I will run again. Send the request. Taking too much of time. Okay, now see ID, name, address and all display. So whatever the data we send, same data only it will return. Okay, so this is for post mapping. See this URL also, it will not display any data like ID, name, address and all. Now in that previous request, get request, okay, I will show. So this one, see I sent a name on the Raj. Okay, this is for my value. See, it will be visible in that URL also. So this is for one disadvantage. We don't need to make like this. Okay, so only we want to make this kind of formation. So like any if like normal thing like some id and all, we can send like a get mapping. Okay, sometimes we will need to select some data, so that time we can use that id and all. Okay, now this is for post mapping. Now it's working fine. And post mapping, we already we get the data in here, and we will create for service, and we now we will validate the data. I will create a one service class and validator class. So also we'll make a package also, like validator first I will make a demo service, demo service, the package name also service. Okay, I finished. Now it's created that service. Okay, not going to problem. But if service also if created also, we need to give some configuration, spring configuration, like it have that option add service. Okay, this is for spring configuration. So if you make like this, you can able to access like a at override method. Okay, auto-wide method, sorry, auto-wide. I will explain why it needed. Okay, once I create, I will explain. Now that service we created, and now another one like a validator. Okay, so that validator will create now new class demo validator. Okay, so package name also validator. Okay, now I will create this one. Now that validator also created. So this validator, why we need to use, like all the data will come, so we don't know which data it contain the data or not. Sometimes it will give null values and empty data also, so that we want to validate the proper data, like every variable also we want to validate. So that's why I create separate validator. Okay, so like if you make every class and all, you need to make separate things. Like now we created for demo validator. So first thing, in user itself, this data DDO data we will send for service first. So service we if we send also, it will not take, because first we need to create an object and object, or we should need to make like a static formation. Otherwise we can't be able to access that demo service. So what we will do, we already configure spring configuration like add service. Okay, so what we will do here, we will create a for auto wired. So this auto wired, what it will do, if you once it will create that service, you don't need to make every one time that object. Okay, so one time only it will create, and another time it will take that same object only. And one more thing, it will not search all the class and all the packages. Where it is there, it will take directly. Okay, like I will create that auto wire method, auto. Okay, so this is for that auto wire Spring Boot annotation. I make this annotation here. After I will configure that service, demo service, and that variable name is service. Okay, I will import this class here. Okay, this first one. Okay, so this auto what it will do, this configuration. Okay, like the service configuration, it will create a bean class for this service class. Okay, it will get the lock and stored into one place. Okay, so this auto what it will do, if you call this service, it will check that log file directly and it will take the service class. Okay, directly, it will not search all. Here it is a lot of packages and all, it will not search every data. Okay, every package and all, it will directly went to this service and it will take. Now I will call this service and I will send the data here. Service dot. Now this is for validation, so what I will do, and one more thing, this is registration. So registration means some data will store, we will store some data into database. Okay, that is for registration purpose. So same thing only we will do, like I will make that function name is save method, service dot normal save method. Okay, and the save method it's I create. Now I will send the data also DTO. Okay, now I sent, and here it giving error, so means I didn't create here in a service. So like I want to create in service public, like it's not have static class because we created auto annotation to get an object. Okay, if you don't need object, you can create a static method here and you can access direct that class name to access the direct data. Now I create a public and return type is some I will return for a string. Okay, so this is for validation string, and for name is for save method, and the data also we want to mention like demo TTO and TTO. I will import here. Okay, it imported now, it's not have any problem. And I will return for null now. Otherwise it will show error only. Okay, now it's fine. So we already create validate. Okay, validator class, like here we have the data also, that same validator we will call and we will send the data and we will validate the data once. Okay, now what I will do, this demo validator, no, I will call this demo validator, demo validator. Validator dot, I will create one function like what kind of validate this is. Okay, so normal I will make like a DTO validator, DTO validator. Okay, this is for DTO validate. Like DTO means it's our object of data, so that object we will validate here. So same data I will send, and here it's showing like error, so we are not have this function in that validator class. I will make here, first I will import. Now it's imported. Okay, and I will create this function to the class. Okay, so this class is not there. I will copy this class. Sorry, I will copy this function and I will make into validator. This is for that function name. I will make public static, like return type we need to send, like return type I will send for string. Okay, now that string it's came, and demo TTO, this is for that class name. Okay, if it is not have that class name, it will not work, this TTO object. Control Z, sorry, demo TTO only, no? So this is okay. Now I created. So first we need to validate this data. So this data I will mention like here, if 1 minute. If first TTO not equal to null, we need to check the TTO is not equal to null. Okay, not equal to null. If the TTO is null means we don't need to take this one TTO. Okay, so I will check if it is there means. Okay, like else I will print else. Today we will saw exception also. So if else means we will throw one here. Okay, it is not like. So tomorrow we will see the exception and all. Okay, so I will make today simple only. Like if it is not there, I will return on string for return and success. Otherwise some data we will send. Enter record data or enter valid data. Okay, so this is for that enter valid data or anything if like your suggestion only. Okay, now if it is not null means it's our data, so that data we need to validate. So what I will do, I will validate one by one here. If okay, inside it will come like what other data is there, like TTO, one by one data we will get and we will validate. Okay, so first thing that object it have ID and name and address, so one by one we will get. So first what I will do, TTO dot get, first I will get ID and that ID I will validate. So this one not equal to 0. Okay, so we don't need, because 0 is not a ID, so I mention like a TTO dot get ID not equal to 0 means I will process, otherwise I will not process. And other data also we will mention. So and I will mention like this one. So TTO dot get second, where second is a name, I will mention like name, get name is there. Okay, so get set and get means we will take the word, and set means we will insert the word. Okay, insert the data. Now this also now what I will do, it's not equal to null. Okay, so if not equal to null only we will process, otherwise we don't need to process the data. And one more data is for like a TTO dot get address. So why we are checking, like now that dot not equal to null means sometime in front end it have some problem, mean it will give the null values. Okay, so that also we need to verify properly. Get address, that is also string formation. So string formation only we will give that null value, otherwise if integer no, we will give for 0 to 1 value. Not equal to, sorry, not equal to null. Okay, so this is what we need to validate. Now that validation is success. Okay, and this one if, okay, so if it is full success means registration is success, I will return success. Okay, now to only we will send a 2. So here if it is also false mean here also we will send like else part, else. So else part I will return same data, only this same data, enter valid data. Okay, now it's fine. Here we validate first that object is not equal to none. If not equal to none, we will process the next step. Otherwise we don't need to process, we will send directly enter the valid data. Okay, now service if we will return also, here we will need to get that value. So for string value we will return, so I will mention like here on variable that string for result, string or result. Okay, so this result we will return. Now return. Okay, now it's fine. So we will return for two values, one for enter. Two values means the type is same, that string type, and like values, one for success, another one enter the valid data only. So here we will return means in user controller also we will save the data and we will send. Okay, so user control what will do, so see it not has it not save any data. So what I will do, I will direct return the data. Okay, I will remove this one and I will cut and paste here. See, now it's fine. Okay, so return type I will change. Here it is have a class formation, I will change for a string formation. Okay, now is fine. Okay, so we have the data in controller and we will send the data controller to service. After we will validate. So once the validate is success, it will give success success word, otherwise it will give some what is the error it will give. Okay, so now we will check. I will send the data. Now it's it lagging little bit. Taking too much of time. Okay, success. It validate all the data and it giving success because all the data we are giving that proper words. So now I will change the my name is null. Okay, and null. I will send it again. See, enter the valid data because it's how we are giving name is equal to null. So address also. So now we will what we will do, we will validate everyone variable and we will give for everyone proper return type. Okay, sorry, return formation. So now it's fine. Okay, so I will change the validator for a little bit different. So here we validate for everyone. Okay, so now what I will do, if it is success means it will give success only. Okay, so now I will change everything for different. Okay, first I will validate get ID. So if ID is success, it will it 1 minute. I am not equal. If equal to equal means I will return for this value. Okay, so return 1 minute. Okay, save. So I will return enter valid ID. Okay, 1 minute. So, okay, valid ID. Okay, now I will make for another two things. If like I will make for only for now it's name only. So if error only it will return, otherwise we will make for success is whole thing. Okay, I will mention after. Now if DTO. Okay, I will save this data DTO dot get name not equal to null. Okay. Okay, so now validate. So if validate equal to none means I will return for this one. So we need to validate every data individually. Okay, So that only I am giving for if only. Otherwise we will, if you have any other idea like if else condition or if elif also you can do. Okay, now I will make another one if, like third one for address, tto dot get address. So this address if equal to null means in your null or empty also is there, we can check after, like okay. So empty I will show, and dto dot get address dot, this is for string, so you have a lot of option is there, inbuilt option. So I will mention empty. Okay, so empty means we will return for that data, like what kind of data we will return valid okay, enter the valid id is there, I will return for enter the valid address. Okay, so this is what that. Now same thing we will make, like so here it is not have different type, this one, this last line it's same type only, I mentioned like only one line. Okay, so if you need to make like this one also it will work. See, now it's I make that is fine. Okay, so next thing, so if it is no, if it is success only it will give. So if it is no also is perfect no, I will return success. Okay, so if it is something like DDO is anyone is failed means it will return the data after it will not reach here. Okay, if everything is good, okay, so after only it will reach here. I will make like this name. Okay, enter valid name also. Now it's fine. So like see different string formation we are giving, like enter the valid data. So valid data means it will mention like a whole object. Okay, now after we will mention everyone thing, it's separate, id, name and address and all. Okay, so now I will validate again, I will validate this one, I will send again a new request. Okay, so enter valid name. So see, so it need for name, so we are separate everything. Okay, so I will change this after this one. Okay, like 1 minute, this also I will give a name, sorry, null only. Okay, so what it will do, first validate, it will validate first name. See this validator. Okay, so first it will validate id, after name, after only it's coming address. Okay, if it is in a error in here like a name, okay, it will not move here, so it will only return the data is only this one. Okay, after it will not move here. Okay, now we will check. Okay, so first one also null, second one also null, I will send. So enter the valid name only. Okay, I will change this name for some other thing, Raj, like some like a demo. Okay, sorry, it's giving error. What kind of error giving? Get address is null, so it is our null value. Okay, so why means see this empty, so it will check, it will here it will not get the data, because if it is null means it will not take the data. Okay, so what I will do, I will remove this one. Okay, I will check here again, I will send the request again. So it's reloading. Okay, now only it's complete. See, enter the valid address. So what I did previously, I mentioned like this kind of thing. Sorry. So dto.get address. So get address is empty, so it will give the one string. Okay, that string itself is empty or not, it will check. If it is there, mean it will give the this one. Okay, so this one I will remove, for I will make like this. If anyone is true, it will give the it want to return. Okay, now I will check again. I will send request again. Okay, see, enter the valid address. Okay, so I mentioned two condition like a dto.get address equal to null, mean it will return like this, and another one like it is empty, also it will return like this. Okay, so first one it false, also it will return like this one. Okay, it will not record for second one. So anyone false, it will give this return, it will give the error. Now this is for our today class, like return type and all, like validate, how to validate, and how to process the data into one class to another class, like one function to another function and all. Like, so first we will get the data in DTO. So why we are making the DTO means, like we will send like three datas. So these three data we want to store into one object. So that object, so you already know what is the class. Okay, it's for blueprint of object. Okay, so whatever we make that object, we need for one class. So that only we are create one DTO class. So that class, it's our three id, name and address variables. So this variable we already sent into front end. See, so this variable not, so that value, like if id, name, address, it will directly match into here. Okay, the same name only we want to mention here, otherwise it will not work. I mentioned same. After, like we need for that default constructor. So this constructor only it will create an object. Okay, and field constructor and getter setter. Why I am taking now, I mentioned like a private method every variable. So if you want to access all the data in other package or other classes also, we need for this getter setter method. Okay, so this getter setter means it will get the data from object. Okay, so that object we are process everywhere. Like see, this object I will send to service also, same object I will get here. After I will send to validator also. See, everywhere we are processing this data, sorry, this object. So that object only we will get the data from the data, like dto.get name. If it is not have that object, it will give error. Okay, now this is completed. So DTO also like that getter setter and all, it's completed everything. So today class is over. Now I'll stop my screen share also.